So welcome, happy Sunday guys. As you know, here on this channel it's Tesla Sundays. What does it mean? We are talking about, or today's vlog is about Tesla, okay? Every Sunday I'm pushing out the Tesla vlog, and this live stream here, a special edition on a beautiful Sunday from Germany. We have a wonderful weather. I don't know where you are watching from, but let me know in the comments, and not only where you are watching from, but also how you are watching from. I have seen the last couple of days people are watching from the beach, some people are watching at home, maybe on the TV, on your iPhone. Let me know how you are watching the daily streams. This would be super interesting. And I would like to welcome here already a couple of people, because we have people here from Israel, UK, Sweden, and Netherlands as well. Our member Kevin Pu or Pew. So welcome, and another guy from Netherlands as well. So thank you very much for joining this morning. And today's live stream will be super interesting, because we are talking about a phenomena that we see now on the stock market, which is absolutely insane. All right, we are talking about the big AV maybe bubble. This is what we will discover today. We are in a bubble of EV stocks. I mean, 400% Tesla stock, 300% Nikola and NIO stock. So this is quite fantastic. And obviously Elon Musk is very happy, as you can see here, dancing, and I would like to see his dance when the Tesla stock after the split will reach $1,000 again. Yeah. So let's have a look into today's agenda, guys. So we are talking about some breaking news that are important also for next week, or in general. The Wall Street is closed on Saturday and Sunday, but I'm still working for you. So obviously to check out the newest news that you need to know, filtering through all the websites that are out there and giving you the very best things that are important. Then we will talk about the stock market seasonality. So obviously we are starting into a new month, and this always means that we are going into a brand new setup, right? Because the current setup is something very unique because of the big health crisis, the big crash in March. So it's important to understand, okay, what we can expect in the next months, and what usually is to be expected in the September and October months. So this is something that we will dive into. And then finally we will talk about Tesla, Nikola, NIO, and a company that I didn't cover that much, but we will dive into it, the Turkey's acquisition company, or Helio. This is quite interesting as well. So we will dive into all this electric car stock, okay? And before we diving into the breaking news, make sure to thumb up this live stream, guys, okay? This is nothing, costs nothing for you, and is helping this channel obviously very much. And if you want to have even more than just the daily live streams and the vlogs, then make sure to smash that follow button on my Wolf of Dubai Danny Instagram. This is very important as well if you want to keep on following me, all right? And I will not, think that you are a stalker if you do that. Okay, let's dive into the stock splits, because Apple as well as Tesla stock will be a little bit cheaper, guys. Not because they are crashing tomorrow, no, because Apple will have a 4-to-1 stock split. So tomorrow the stock's price should be somewhere around 125, I guess. Let me just double check which... so Apple closed yesterday at 500. Yeah, so tomorrow's stock price should be 125. And Tesla will open, just below 500. So this will be the new prices for Apple stock and Tesla stock, and much more people will be interested into the stock when it's for a cheaper price. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you have any questions. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments in the live chat so we can talk about it during this stream. Then I saw something very interesting, because as you know, one of the biggest gainers, or one of the most important parts of this big rally here, is actually that we are heavily pushed by tech stocks. Okay, so Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Netflix, and all of those Nasdaq companies, and also very high big weighters in the S&P 500, pushing the stock market to new highs. And actually, the headline here is the US tech stocks are now worth more than the entire European stock market. Can you imagine? This is absolute insane. Yeah. Because it means that the US stocks in general are a very, very interesting commodity. But what I really like about the tech stocks is that, the most biggest influential tech stocks are actually from the US. So think about Apple, think about Microsoft, think about Amazon, think about Facebook, think about Netflix. All of these companies are from the US. So it seems that, US has a very, very strong fundamental here that is conquering the world digitally. And I always, very, very excited to see how the trends that are created in the US are slowly conquering the world, right? So first Amazon, eBay, what else did we have? Facebook, Microsoft, everything started somehow in a US garage somewhere, and then conquered the world, which is quite interesting. So this is a fun fact that we have seeing now, that the US tech stocks alone are more worth than the entire European stock market. And obviously, therefore, this is the big risk for tech stocks, that they at one point they will get regulated, because the government will be a little bit afraid that those companies are gaining too much power, right? Too much data, too much revenue, too much new kind of ideas, like for example the Libra Facebook idea, right? A currency, right, that can be used worldwide, is obviously a threat to the US dollars. So this is something that that we need to consider. But this is a fun fact. Let me have a look into the comments right now. So we have people here from Florida. We have people from Newfoundland, California, Boston. You guys watching are from the PC. Some people are eating and watching at the iPhone. Then there is people from Hungary, UK, Egypt. Then there are people asking me if I own Bitcoin. No, I'm not. I owned Bitcoin for a bit when it started to grow. But I'm not that much into cryptocurrency, so therefore I cannot tell you that much about it. My specialty is in US stocks, and moreover into growth stocks, or innovators as well. So this is my favorite topic to talk always, and I share this on daily basis, as you know. Then we have Denmark, UK, Israel, Vancouver, and Netherlands. Okay. Then Kevin is asking, what do you think about space next week? I think space, we need a little bit of time to grow now. So I don't see any major fundamental strong moves to either direction, nor we have the power or bad news that it should go further down. Maybe it could, but then I would just buy more stocks in September. But we need definitely some more news on the front to bring the stock up. This is all news related, guys. Okay, good news like the new CEO, right, or the cabin reveal event pushed the stock to 27, and then next days with the delayed flight of Richard Branson, we saw the stock going back to 17. So very volatile, very good for us if you're still building up a position, but it will be a fun ride over the next 24 months with this stock if they do this. What they are claiming or what they are preparing, and I'm highly convicted about that, then we will see a very high stock price for space. This is a high conviction for myself, and I will tell you also something about it when we talk about the EV stock bubble or EV stock strength. Okay, let's have a look into the market seasonality. So usually you say sell in May and go away, because usually people are having a tremendous first and maybe a second quarter of the year or beginning of the second quarter of the year, and then in May they are selling everything or selling the big positions or the speculative positions and going into holidays, and then May, June, July, August, we have months where there's lower trade volume on the stock market, and usually there is a lower activity on the stock market because everyone is enjoying the summer weather, right? They are people on the vacation with their kids, with the families, with their girlfriends, with their wives, whatsoever. So the summer is usually like a sideways position or maybe sometimes a sell off, and then it starts with September, October being a little bit of a dramatic months sometimes, right? Big crises started actually in October or September, and then we are having then the finishing of the year with usually a bull. So actually how this looks like in a seasonality, I did some research and I found that this is quite interesting because this is showing us also pre-election seasonality. So this is fantastic because obviously we will have in November the elections in the US, which will be somehow impacting the stock market. So as you can see, usually in July it's a rather lower months, which was not the case in July and August this year. And then you see that August and September is usually a little bit better, while end of September could be a little bit worse. And then, October could also be dip months or correction months. And then usually it goes higher till the end of the year. So as you can see here, it's very interesting how this will be kept as a pattern with all of these things going on. On the one hand, we have the risk of a second wave or stronger health crises going on in the colder months. Okay, this is very important to understand, that this can have a peak also. And then on the other side, we might get some very good news about the vaccine, right? Some people say that maybe towards the end of the year, we will have really a vaccine that we can manufacture or already deliver, right? So this will be fantastic to see either a second or a third wave, or the breaking news that the vaccine is out and the first people get vaccine. So this will be quite interesting towards the end of the year. And then let's talk about some EV stocks. Let me know in the comments, do you own EV stocks? And if yes, which one? Do you own Tesla? Do you own NIO? Do you own Nikola, or do you own SHLL, Helion, right? Let me know in the comments, and I would be super interested if you are looking at those stocks, because look at this chart. I mean, this is the Tesla chart now at 2,230. And if you are looking into this chart, it's absolutely insane, right? I mean, first in the beginning of the year, it started already with a huge, I think 100% increase in stock price. Then we had obviously the downturn, and then it went just like a rocket up, and then something similar. And as you can see here, this is NIO, this is Tesla, NIO, Tesla, NIO, Tesla. Looks very, very similar, guys. Okay, so NIO has, it seems, a very big correlation to Tesla stock. And then we have my second channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, link into the description, or if you're on my main page on the channel, just subscribe there to not miss any further content, and make sure to thumb up if you like it so far. This is always helping. And as you can see, Tesla as well as NIO very close into the pattern of the stock. And then you have here Nikola just made their IPO, or finished their SPAC, right? Their special acquisition company merger. And then they had a huge run, guys. Okay, so from below 20 till $80 at its highs in June, guys. Since then, you know, we lost about 50%. Can you imagine 50% if you bought at 80? And believe me, there are people that bought, unfortunately, at 80, because at some point, and this is the risky part about those stocks, okay? You are seeing the stock going higher and higher and higher, and then you see you have to join this ride, and you're buying totally way too much into the stock and the highest point, and then it goes 50% lower because the $30 billion valuation for Nikola is absolutely insane, obviously. And therefore, you know, I think there's a lot of people that lost also a very, very big amount of money. The current valuation on Nikola is actually now, I think, at $15 billion. And this is something that I just want to show you in space or Virgin Galactic stock has this great opportunity that, you know, currently the stocks can be very much hyped if they just have a great, you know, proof of concept, a great new industry. I feel that this is always, you know, coming up every now and then. You know, in 2000s it was the .com crash or .com bubble. Now it's the EV, you know, the new trend going into the EV market. And I think, you know, at some point it will be the space industry. You know, now we don't have so much space players, so actually people who want to invest into this new industry need to go for Virgin Galactic. And I think, you know, once we have really the flights ready and the cooperation, the commercial operations are working, I think this will be skyrocketing this, or could skyrocket this stock. So that's why, you know, I'm super happy and convinced that this company can have a really high valuation for the revenue that they are making, because obviously the first years or the first year will be not that high revenue, but the valuation can be quite high, okay, because it has some kind of monopoly. And therefore, you know, I'm investing into space, or this is one of the interesting part about space. And then obviously we have also the Tortoise acquisition company, the Shell, right? Also crazy gains. I mean, here, what is it? Maybe something about $10. Now it's $38, so you can 4x your money, and it's almost at all-time high. So this is quite interesting to see. And before we now going further into that and talking about if this is right or not, I would like to compare those stocks. Okay, so what we were gonna do is we are going now to the stock chart of Tesla here. All right, so as you can see, and we put some comparisons inside with, where is it, Nikola. Okay, Nikola is purple. Then we add NIO. NIO will be black. All right, and then we will take Shell as well. Okay, Shell is green, I think. All right, so green color for this chart. And as you can see, we need to see, this is the beginning of the year. All right, so let me just see to make it more, because some of those guys just had their IPO here in May. So we'll just make sure we cover the 3 months since May. Okay, so and as you can see here, so the lowest performance in the last 3 months was actually Tesla. Okay, so Tesla, even though we had a fantastic and crazy run with Tesla, it's the lowest performance with, 1 second. Okay, no, sorry. I somehow zoomed in and out, and this screwed a little bit here the numbers. So now we're going. So the lowest performance is actually Nikola. They just got 93% gain in the last 3 months. Tesla got 172%. Then Helion got 271%, and the most craziest gain is NIO, right, with 431%. And this shows you how crazy those gains. I mean, those stocks just gained in 3 months more than other companies gain in 5 years. Okay, so this is the power of I don't want to say speculation, but the power of trends. Okay, now we see this EV market trends. If you can spot this trend and the future, then you can be very, very handsomely rewarded, as you can see. And people tend, or investors tend to see, okay, we are seeing now a huge gain in Tesla. Okay, who could be the next Tesla? While, and I said this in the stream before, maybe the next Tesla stock is Tesla stock, because Tesla can maybe have another run because they have so many interesting industries in their portfolio, like energy, solar, full self-driving as well. So this can be almost seen like totally different businesses, right? While other companies like Nikola still have to lot to improve. So I think from all these companies, Nikola and Helion has so much to prove that those are very, very, let's say, sensitive for market downs or corrections or crashes, right? While NIO and Tesla has a pretty good business already, right? I mean, NIO is selling 10,000 of cars. Tesla is selling 500,000 of cars almost per year. So as you can see, there's some business going on. There's some revenue, there's some clients, there's some network, there's some infrastructure, and so on and so forth. So there's people asking about the overall price target for those stocks, and this is so hard to say. I mean, look at this chart. NIO is 430% in just 3 months. I mean, that's very much up for a small correction, right? While I also think Tesla could now, after the stock split, could have some cool down. Nikola, I don't know. Maybe I think now we still have a lot of speculators in this stock, and every good news about Nikola can obviously bring the stock up, while still waiting for the first car to be on the roads. And Helion still, they making, I think, some revenue already. I will deep dive into the stock during the week, and we'll make a whole vlog about Helion as well. So more to come, definitely. And let me have a look into the comments, guys. So many people, guys. This is absolutely fantastic. So let me have a look. There's people who sold their Helion stocks last Friday. I think there's a lot of profit taking as well right now. Okay, so I think there's people now saying, I make a lot of money already on those EV stocks, and I'm selling. Then what we have? Okay, so people are saying that NIO and Shell are about 3 to 4% of the portfolio, so they're keeping it as a speculative position. Then there's another question from what exactly are those companies making profit? That's a very good question, guys, because some of these companies don't make even revenue, okay? So Nikola just sold a couple of solar panels for, I think, $36,000 in the last quarter. So it's still a joke in terms of you cannot even have a real PS ratio, right, on those stocks. So then John Doe is saying that Shell will hit 50 before coming back down to 36 or 40 levels. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's so speculative right now that it's so hard to estimate some targets here. So that's why, you see I'm not throwing away some targets easily here, because it's so hard to estimate. It's, I think, there is potential for all those four companies, Tesla anyway, NIO as well, but for Helion and Nikola to really gain and gather so much money on the stock market and make it happen what they claim to do, and this would be fantastic, right? I love when companies succeed, even when I don't like them or think the valuation is too high. Still, I think that, further gain into those companies, into their story, into the vision that brings a lot of work, right? Workplaces, push the economy. Why not? Why be against it? Why be so negative about those? Is the valuation too high? Absolutely freaking yes. Okay, but do I hate those companies? No, I mean, those companies have they have done something so far, right? Otherwise they would be not on the stock market and we worth a couple of million and billions of dollars, and people are putting reservations to those companies, and they have really much to prove. And sometimes, I'm taking this a little bit sarcastic or a little bit in a funny way, but I'm definitely not negative about those. Okay, so this is important to know. There's also somebody asking about Workhorse. Yeah, this is a company that I need to look into it as well. Martin is asking, no way he's serious about making it. No, I'm dead serious, okay? Because sometimes companies are doing something that seems to be out of this world because they're putting so much work ethic, they're having the great timing, they somehow get the funding done, okay? And it is sometimes the experience that these companies will get on the way. So for example, there is companies that, has a huge portfolio. Like for example, Nikola, they have jet skis, they have ATVs, they have cars, they have semi-cars, and so on. And maybe sometimes they have the luck that, a very important COO comes to the board and really turn the ship around and focus on some main products and making it, okay? And this is what happened, for example, with Apple. Apple was, when Steve Jobs left the company, totally out of focus. They had like printers, they had computers, they had calculators, they had everything, right? And then Steve Jobs came and said, let's make 3 amazing products rather than 30 midi-core products. And the company made it, right? They were so close to bankruptcy. Everybody thought that this company will not make it. So it always need a little bit of, obviously, of luck as well, timing, good people, and so on. But, you know, I think sometimes you can also get a lot of good talent if you, you know, pay obviously a little bit better, or people want to be part of a success story rather than be a number in one of the big companies. And you know, we have seen success stories in the EV market. So for example, the head designer Franz von Holzhausen in Tesla, he was very unsuccessful, or not unsuccessful, but unhappy in I think he was in Mazda. I think he was in Mazda or any other Asian car company, and then, you know, he came to Tesla, and he totally blew up, super nice designs, and you know, he's one of the best car designers ever, right? I mean, look at the car designs, they're fantastic. So as you can see, everything is possible, nothing is impossible, and therefore I think we are covered now for this Sunday. And thumb up if you liked it, guys. I super appreciate that you are joining on a fantastic Sunday. I hope you stay healthy. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the weekend. I appreciate always that you are watching, and let me know in the comments if you are watching it afterwards, from where you are watching, and what do you think about NIO, Tesla, Nikola, or Shell. And I see you a little bit in a couple of hours with my Tesla Sundays vlog. So stay tuned and have a fantastic start into the week.